Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and happy Easter. Happy Easter Monday. A time like this last year, Maina NJENGA was a very popular man. A time like this, it looked like Maina NJENGA would turn out to be the Mount Kenya kingpin. And he would grace the occasions dubbed as the Kikuyu culture, dubbed as the Kikuyu cultural days, and people would turn out in large numbers. People would cheer, people would welcome him with wild cheers. Alikuwa ni mtu ambaye alikuwa anaonekana ya kwamba angeweza kuliziba lile pengo ambalo lilikuwa limeachwa na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But what happened, ladies and gentlemen? When you look at our country today, when you look at Maina NJENGA, ukichunguza utamuona kwamba siku hizi our brother talks very little. He really talks. He really appears in public. I was trying even to go through his pages, Facebook, not active. In fact, the last time it was updated was in November 2023. When you look at his X handle, he has been tweeting, in fact, almost on daily basis. But what he tweets is not even controversial. What he tweets is not something that would portray a man on a mission to take over the leadership of Mount Kenya, or even the leadership of this country in the future. And by the way, do you think Maina NJENGA can make a good president? What is your view on about this? Because I strongly believe that Maina NJENGA, better days are ahead of him, and he's going to play a major role in this country because of his mobilization skills. Ni mtu ambaye anaweza kuwaleta watu pamoja. Ni mtu ambaye anapendwa sana vijana. Ni mtu ambaye ana watu kote katika sehemu za Mlima Kenya. Is a household name. Mtoto akizaliwa baada ya mwaka mmoja, akianza kuogea, akianza kuota meno, shalijua jina la Maina NJENGA. But that is not the issue here today. The issue is, why did Maina NJENGA stop talking the way he used to? Why did Maina NJENGA Why did he stop appearing in public? Why did Maina NJENGA took a different lifestyle? Because all said and done, amebadilika kabisa. We know that politics is just a matter of interest. So why do you think Maina NJENGA actually he had all the opportunity of becoming Mount Kenya kingpin? But from where I sit, when I look at the situation, kusema kweli, msemaji wa Mlima Kenya, the Mount Kenya kingpin, though never many people will not dare to say this, is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Watu wengi wanamwangalia Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta awape mwelekeo. And I've always said, come 2027, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is going to make some people lose their parliamentary seats, even their governor seats, gubernatorial seats, and others, their senatorial seats, women rep. Ngoja utaona, hususan kama umetoka Nairobi, ama Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri may not be very much because of Gachagua, but even in Nyandarua, if you're not aligned to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, then forget that seat. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening to Maina NJENGA? Number one, in my view, remember very well that Maina NJENGA had so many court cases from right, left, and center, everywhere. And it was case after another. And these cases might have actually made him very, very tired. Might have even confused him. He might have spent a lot of money because of these court cases. And if you look at the charges, you look at the charge sheet, nyingi ni za kusigiziwa. Sijui kaonekana na silaha, zingine hata visu, zingine hata paga. Some of these things were not even making sense. So because of the so many court cases, now any government, most government in Africa behave like this. When they see that you are a threat, when they realize that you have the following, you are a threat to the powers that be, na unapendwa sana, hususan na vijana, wanakuja mikakati kama hii ya kujaribu kukuzima. And if you look at William Samoei Ruto anatumia mikakati. Kwa mfano unapoangalia bonde la Ufa, nobody is talking Rift Valley apart from Alfred Ketel. Wale wengine ambao walikuwa wanajaribu kuongea, mtu alikuwa anajaribu kuinua kichwa hivi kule Rift Valley, akijaribu wanagongwa fibo anarudi chini. That is William Samoei Ruto for you. And that is what they have been trying to do to Maina NJENGA through court cases. Number 2, in my view, I strongly believe that Maina NJENGA must have been very tense. When you look at maandamano, kama uliangalia maandamano, kwa sababu Maina NJENGA alikuwa ameunga mkono sana the riots that were in Nairobi. Maandamano ambayo yalikuwa yaongozwa na Raila Amolo Odinga. Kama unakumbuka vizuri sana, they wanted to actually eliminate Raila Amolo Odinga. The policemen wanted to eliminate Raila Amolo Odinga, if you remember very well. And Raila Amolo Odinga is even heard saying that they wanted to kill him. Na unakujua vizuri sana, tuliona gari lake likinyeshewa na bunduki, lilikuwa napigwa busu, risasi kila mahali. And they did not care whether Raila was there or not. Remember the way they were chasing Raila Amolo Odinga in town. What if it was Maina NJENGA? So I think Maina NJENGA might have been warned by the government, especially the security agencies. You know what they do? They call you, they warn you, and they tell you that you cannot continue intimidating the authority. You cannot continue showing the government the middle finger. I think Maina NJENGA must have been scared. Kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwamba ni mtu ambaye ameamua kuchukua mwelekeo tofauti. Unajua mpiga gumi ukuta huumiza mkonowe. Waswahili wanasema hivyo. Labda NJENGA aliogopa kujiumiza mikono. Because William Samoei Ruto is ruthless. The president does not leave his enemies smiling. He crushed them and crushed them completely. I think he's a good student of Robert Greene, the author of the 48 Rules of Power. And one of the rules of power, 48 Rules of Power, is you must deal with your enemies ruthlessly. You must crush your enemies ruthlessly. And this is one area where Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta failed. He did not crush his enemies ruthlessly. No, Uhuru alikuwa na huruma sana. Sana. Ndio sababu hata labda Raila Amolo Odinga anamjua vizuri sana. That's how he was even able to let the presidency go, slip out of his hand. Tukiona, because Raila won the elections. That's why the courts are saying that we are not going to audit the servers. So guys, the other reason, in my view, it could be the issue of finances. Because of finances, it requires you to have a lot of money. For you to sustain a campaign in Kenya for that long, no, we are just almost 2 years down the line. Lakini, the only person who was able to sustain a long campaign, a long overhaul, more than 5 years, is William Samoei Ruto. Because William Samoei Ruto is a billionaire. Kusema kweli, a billionaire, among the richest people in Africa. He could be the richest man now in Kenya today. Most likely, I don't know, but when you look at William Samoei Ruto, he has been in politics for so long. So he must have amassed a lot of wealth. Today I was looking at him when he was tendering at his Grigori's farm. Na wale ng'ombe ambao niliona pale, sio ng'ombe, ni nyati. Wale ng'ombe niliona pale, sio ng'ombe, ni buffaloes. Wale ng'ombe niliona pale, in fact, they can scare you. They are so huge. They look like wild beasts. They look like buffaloes. And this is William Samoei Ruto, very rich, I'll tell you, a politician. So he has been in business for long, and he has invested so much. So Maina NJENGA cannot match this. That's the point here. He cannot match this. So maybe he retreated to wait for maybe 2026 hapo. The other thing is that the government started arresting the youth, and these youth are Raila supporters, Maina NJENGA supporters, and some of them even today bado wako na kesi ambazo ziko kule mahakamani hazijatupiliwa bali. So it must be very costly to them, and maybe Maina NJENGA realized that labda vijana wanaumia, and he decided to maybe retreat. The other reason, maybe he was advised by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. If you look at Maina NJENGA labda aliambiwa na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because he must have been advised that William Samoei Ruto does not even need a lot of opposition. Doesn't need, if you ask me, and it is true. The people themselves are going to oppose him come 2027. Already, the mistakes that this government is making, there are so many, they are of monumental proportion, na vile ambavyo wanaendelea kufanya makosa, wananchi wanazidi kuumia. Ukitazama tu uone kwa mfano the way even the Mount Kenya leaders, vile ambavyo sasa ukiwachunguza wameanza kujaribu kujipendekeza kwa wananchi. Some of them even denying that they are the one who passed the finance bill. You remember what Dede Nyoro was saying the other day, that he was blaming KRA. You remember even Gachagua admitting that the 2023-2024 finance bill ilikuwa na makosa ambapo wakulima wanalia kutokana na ile kodi ambayo wanatozwa. So when you look at it, this government is making a lot of mistakes. So the current administration does not require much opposition from individuals, because watu wenyewe ndio watakuwa upinzani, and maybe that is what Maina NJENGA has also realized. Again, unajua wakati mwingine if you expose yourself too much utajulikana sana, and because of the way he was attracting huge crowd, labda akaona agojee, kwa sababu what matters is the last few months to the elections matters a lot. If you want to know this, just look at William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto, the last 3 months, hapo ndipo sasa aliweza hata kukabiliana na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta mundu kwa mundu. In fact, it was bare knuckle. Nakumbuka wakati ambapo alikuwa anamwambia Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, na ufanye chochote, lakini nakuomba jambo moja, usiue watoto wangu. Usiue watoto wangu. That was meant to appeal to the emotions of Kenyans. That was meant to look for sympathy. Zio sasa watu wajitokeze. So ukiangalia zile siku za mwisho ndipo aliweza kujitokeza kabisa kabisa na kumuonyesha William Samoei Ruto meno, na mimi Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta meno, gumi, karate na judo, na vita vikatokea moja kwa moja. And people, majority of people are convinced that William Samoei Ruto labda alikuwa the underdog. And I think this is what Maina NJENGA is timing. So timing in politics is key, and it is very, very important. And this is what maybe Maina NJENGA could have realized. Kwamba watu, unajua serikali ikijua mipango yako vile vile, you become so much exposed. And once you become so much exposed, the government, especially the intelligence guys, labda watakuingilia haraka sana, and they are going to mess up with your politics. They are going to mess up with your supporters. Watakuwa kija na mambo mengi sana. The other thing, I think Maina NJENGA could be strategizing. Who knows? Najua wakati mwingine ni vizuri kunyamaza, because silence annoys the devil. I've always said this. So kwa sababu ukiongea sana ndivyo ambavyo makosa yako yatajitokeza, na that is how you be arming your opponent. So silence in itself could be working in favor of Maina NJENGA. There could be so many other reasons why Maina NJENGA is silent, why Maina NJENGA seems to have changed. But if you ask me, Maina NJENGA is one person whose political star is very, very bright. Maina NJENGA is one person who can actually mobilize all the youth of Mount Kenya and rally them against William Samoei Ruto's 2027 presidential campaign. Maina NJENGA, if for example, kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwamba hatumuoni sana wakiwa na Kalonzo, I don't know why, but I think it is important for him ajitokeze, because I think Maina NJENGA believes in Azimio, though there are other reasons. Could be those, I don't know how true it is, because there were some accusations that already he was compromised by William Samoei Ruto, and when he was compromised, he looked he was made a Trojan horse. Sasa awe sasa ni pale ako katika Azimio, lakini awe anamwambia kila kitu. You know, sometimes you can buy your freedom as far as politics is concerned. Kwa wengi wakasema kwamba ako pale tu, na ukaona kwamba hatukuwa tukimwona mara nyingi wakiwa na Raila Amolo Odinga. Wakati mwingine tukaona kwamba wakati ilisemekana kwamba angekuwa na mkutano wa kufuga mwaka pale Nyeri, and Uhuru Kenyatta was going to grace that meeting, we saw upande wa Uhuru Kenyatta ukikataa, wakisema kwamba yeye hataki kuhusishwa na mambo kama hayo, na hata kuwa pale, hangekuwa pale. So this one ikajitokeza kwamba Maina NJENGA looked like he was compromised and he was working with William Samoei Ruto. It could be true, it could be wrong. I could be wrong, it could be right. What do you think? Is it possible that Maina NJENGA was compromised with Samoei Ruto? Because politics is just a matter of interest, and what matters in Kenya is your stomach. What matters in Kenya is from which side is your bread being buttered. And guys, please always like this video. Always remember to leave a comment. You can share this video. You can interact. We are in a holiday, and tomorrow it is back to work for those who are employed by the government, those who are employed by the private sector. But because I know most of the people who are self-employed are already back to business, na tutarajie tuone vile mambo yalivyo. Otherwise, thank you very much. If you watch this video up to this stage, I appreciate you. Thumbs up. Bye bye.